All right, so today we're going to be finishing up the face, and then we're going to do the ears, the neck, and then maybe the hair if we get to it. All right, so last time we were together, I showed you how to hold your pencil so that you can shade. If you put it in the palm of your hand, grip it with your thumb, and turn it over, that's going to allow you, I got to figure out how to do this. That's going to allow you to use the side of your lead to start your shading. And remember, we talked about the side of your head is darker. We want to get rid of that line, but not coloring it in solid. We just want to put some lead on there. Then we're going to use our blending stump and blend in towards the center. This is when we start seeing the skin tone and the color of our paper starts to disappear. I don't want to see a straight line going down, so you need to blend until it goes away. Okay. Put a little bit in there to get you some cheeks. This part of your cheek right here is called the apple. Okay. It needs to have a little bit of a highlight on it. So it needs to be lighter than the rest of your face. Even if you're dark complected, it's going to be lighter. Add a little bit at a time. You can always go darker. It's really hard to lighten it up without like completely erasing stuff. Now I'm avoiding my forehead right now for a reason. Don't go too dark on your chin because it's sticking out. It's catching the light. Just like your nose does. I'm going to erase this a little bit because I'm not as dark complected. That was the dark side that I was demonstrating. If you go over your nose, get that highlight of the bridge back in there. It's going to make it stand out. Anywhere that gets too dark, use that eraser as a drawing tool to get that highlight. Okay, when you get to this point, stop. Now the forehead. The reason I did not do the forehead is because this line at the top is going to disappear. Everybody, unless you are bald, we don't see this line. A lot of times people use that as the top of the very top of their hair or the very top of their forehead. If we erase it, it does better. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to erase that line. Just the very top, that first curved line that we did, which is why we did it lightly, lightly, lightly. And if you still see a line going down the middle of your face, you can erase that. Bless you. Okay. So now you should have something that looks like that, like your head blew off. And what's left, you're going to shade darker on the sides, and as it comes towards the center, it's going to get lighter. Okay? So same thing we did down here. Just shade the side on each side. And then with that lead that you just put down, oops, sorry. With that lead that you just put down, you're blending towards the center. Like I said, we don't want to see any lines. We want it to all just blend in. Should look like shadows. And as it goes across, it gets lighter. So the lightest thing on our face is going to be that bridge of the nose because it sticks out further than anything on our head. When you're finished with that, put your blending stumps down. Now, you are not going to believe how big your ears are, okay? When people draw ears, they tend to either draw them like this, or they draw them really big like Dumbo ears. But your ears, remember we said everything is measured? Your ears, if you will put your hands at the top of your ear, the very tip top, your finger, and drag it around to the front of your face, most people's ears line up with either the corner of their eye or their eyebrow. Where does yours line up? Mine lines up with the corner of my eye. Now, be careful. You don't want to be going up. Make sure you're bringing around as straight line as you can. Okay? So wherever that is, put a little mark on both sides. Just a small mark, not dark, big enough that you can see it. Then move your finger down to the very bottom of your ear and do the same thing. Draw a straight line around to the front of your face. Mine goes right above my top lip. Yep. So I'm going to put a small mark right above where my top lip is. That is how big my ears are. Okay? I know. It is always shocking. But that is how big your ears are. But look, when we draw the ears, we are not going to draw the whole ear because when I look at you head on, I don't really see the whole ear. I don't see down into your ear canal. I don't see a lot of detail. So I want you to watch, just like the nose, the less detail you put in it, the less attention you're going to call to it. Okay? Most people, girls especially, when we draw our hair, we're going to cover up some of this ear anyway. Okay? So watch how I draw the ears. Let me get rid of this here mouth. The top of my ear starts here and goes up a little bit. Curves, and it comes close to my face, to my head. It curves out a little bit at the bottom and goes back. Okay? Inside of it, nobody should be drawing right now. You just be looking. Inside of it, it has this little flap that curves up and goes down. And that's about all we're going to do. Because then I'm going to take my blending stump. That's going to be the darkest part. I'm going to go around that. And then I'm just going to kind of color in the rest with my blending stump. And that's going to be it. Okay? So both sides, and that's the hard part, is make them look the same. Don't put any earrings on them yet, girls. Just get an ear on there. Have to have ears before you can do a neck. And then once you get the ears done, go back with your eraser and just lightly get rid of some of this because the light's catching that top ear. You can make this part a little bit darker. Don't have to, but you can. Okay, and that's it for ears right now. See if I can focus this a little bit. Now, the neck. Everybody reach up and put your hands right below your ears. Okay, right below your ears on your body. This is where your neck starts. Okay, that head sits right on top of that neck, that vertebrae. Okay, it rests there. Now, a lot of times when people draw necks, they draw these little tiny skinny necks. Now, does that look normal? Is that neck going to hold up that big old head we've drawn? No. So, don't draw a neck like that. Let me fix my camera again. Come on. All right, so your neck, and nobody draw, you got to watch. Your neck starts way back here. It follows this jawline and comes out. Follows this jawline a little bit and comes down. Now, don't make it too long and don't make it straight down. It's got to curve in a little bit. Otherwise, you're going to look like some big old linebacker. Do it. Shading for your neck. A little bit different. Our chin hangs way out over our neck. So if the light is coming from above, it's going to put a shadow on our neck. Now, when I first start this out, it's going to look like a beard. But when I start blending it, it's going to look better. The sides of my neck are going to be dark because it's around like a tree trunk, you know. So it'll be darker and then it gets lighter as it rounds to the front. I want everybody watching. I've got my pencil turned sideways. I'm going to come down here, right underneath my chin. I'm going to have a shadow. I'm not pressing down hard because I don't want to carve into my paper. I just want a shadow of my chin. On the sides, I'm going to lay some lead in about that far over on both sides. Nobody should be doing with me. They should be watching. And every time I'm laying lead in, I'm making it as dark as the line that I drew. So that line goes away. So I don't have an outline anymore. And then I blend. Nobody should be doing. They should be watching. I'm going to blend. And then I'm going to start blending towards the center. And I want to get rid. Oops, sorry. I want to get rid of this line so that it looks like a shadow. If you have a line going down it, it's not going to look like a shadow. Okay, so nice crisp line or dark shadow right underneath the chin. And then it mediums out as it goes down to there. See how it makes that chin looks like it's standing out? Do that. And you can always go back and work on areas that may have lightened up or that you think need attention. Like that white of the eye is just completely gone on that one. Okay, we're going to stop there and we will do hair next and we'll be done.